The first leg of our journey was taking Amtrak, USA's national rail network, from New York City up to Niagara Falls. The Maple Leaf travels north along the Hudson River to Albany and then west about another 5 hours over to Niagara Falls, arriving after a 9-hour journey. We started our journey in Penn Station, New York City at the Moynihan Train Hall, a brand new, luxurious train station that Amtrak uses for all of their national services that are departing from New York City in the Northeast region, or as far west as Chicago, or even as far south as Miami, Florida. As we departed New York City, we caught a glimpse of the George Washington Bridge, passing over from New York to New Jersey across one of the widest parts in the Hudson River.
I'll be right back.
The Tappan Zee Bridge was built 5 years ago to replace the original one, which was over 40 years old. It has a really nice design, especially in those center spans. For much of the 3 hours up to Albany, we passed directly alongside the Hudson River with some really great views as we moved on along.
If only the window wasn't so dirty.
Upon arrival in Niagara Falls, after our 9-hour journey, we headed on over to our motel and checked in for the 2 nights that we would spend there, and looked forward to all the adventures that awaited us in Niagara Falls. Cave of the Winds was our first stop. The cave isn't there anymore. It caved in long ago, but that doesn't take away from the experience in the slightest. So if you don't want to get wet, don't go any further. As we approached the entrance to Cave of the Winds, we soon saw that a lot of people had ponchos on, and for good reason. After we entered the exhibit, the first thing that we saw there was that they gave us a poncho, and pretty soon we'd find out why that was necessary. So first we headed on down the stairs and over to the actual stairs that take you up to where you can basically get your morning shower if you hadn't gotten one already. It's waiting for you right over there, coming on down from the top. The GoPro camera is waterproof down to a depth of 10 meters, so we figured it would be able to survive what's awaiting it coming on down from up above us. We finally made it to the top. Jonatán was the first one to show us his smooth moves here. Go for it. There you go. Rowing on downstream. Classic. I, on the other hand, decided that instead of rowing a boat, I would go for my morning swim.
So this is what it looked like after the Cave of the Winds.
Yeah. Hey, I got a water-based shampoo and it washed my eye medicine out. Woo! Talk about refreshing.
Yeah, this is awesome.
For our next adventure, we traveled on the Maid of the Mist. This is a boat that departs from below the falls on the American side and gives you a view of both the American Falls and the Horseshoe Falls, which are located on the Canadian side. So we boarded one of these boats, came around the corner, and got a great view of the American Falls and the Horseshoe Falls. And here we are at the American Falls, up close and personal. After our visit and brief stop at the American Falls, we headed on over to the Horseshoe Falls, and as you can see, looks like a horseshoe. On the way back, we have another view of the American Falls, and in the distance you'll see the bridge that actually is the border crossing between the US and Canada. At this point, the old man needed a rest, but the young guy kept on going up the steps to get a close-up view of the American Falls.